Fucking shit. It's dark. Dark. Dark and alone. I can't feel my eyes. Open, close, nothing. My hands can't see. No light to touch. In this numb thick, I can't find my body. Am I the soul? My feet, my hands, my arms. I feel my edges are glowing. I feel my eyes burning with light. Soul returned me to my body. Thank you. I know my form again. When I look to the dark, I see my shape carved in burning color. Over there, I am floating like the body of my ghost. You trick of the eye, you apparition, fuck off my imitation, floating in my eye. I've gotten back my body and I've got my soul. Basking light, my light melting my body, a concentration of soul. When I move, I am all light. Fuck you, burning eye ghost. I see so brightly I'm flat. I can't see. Was there something behind me? I'm too bright for the trick of my eye. I feel my body splitting apart in harsh doubles. Sticky, empty, dark. I look to you for soul, not fleshless flashes following my eyes. I thought I shook you in the light. No more burning. I know you're there. Stop this. Come back to me and we can be whole. You look endless and empty. I'm solid in the light. Here, hold still, stupid hole. Under me. Are you okay? You feel so cold, pulling me down. Wake up. Get up. My soul is frozen and my body already knows to decompose. You're sucking me in. You're me. I made you, empty space. Ungrateful grifter. Leave me to my lonesome. I didn't want to be the outline and the inside. I'm not flattered we're identical. I don't want to share. Clearly, this is right and wrong. This is the wrong and the right. You fucking tease. You are everything I'm not. My delicate inverse, my contrast. I am not you. My body aches watching you skip and bang along behind me. Shadow, I can't live like this. My front's so rigid and my back loose and cold. It will be clean and warm, instantly burning my soul out of the dark place. Painless, painless. You float like the body of my ghost. I can't live like that. I'm sorry, Shadow. Goodbye, form.
Eat this.
Put that down.
I said chew carefully.
Pick this up.
Swallow.
Move it over there.
Spit that out.
Drop it.
Cover your mouth.
Leave it alone.
Quick, lick it up.
Don't bother. Stop
Don't
trying.
make a mess
It's not for
dripping all
you,
over
so
the
rub
floor.
it. Don't
I know
do
you
it.
won't
Throw
clean
it
up,
up.
so
Get it
keep
all
it in
over.
and look
The
at the
mess,
sheets
just leave it
for
for the
a
dirt.
clean
It'll spread
space.
that way. Sign here. In pen. You know, it's permanent that way. Good for the long-term investment.
The long-term good.
Plenty of permanent in pension.
Your pen ensures your price is indexed to maturity.
We're so young to handle the pen so well.
Shine again here.
Good. It's just a loan, lines of credit to gain future.
A small gift from us to you.
From you to us.
Where's the analyst, the broker, the dealer?
Oh, it's just us. We handle interest and trust.
My internal basis feels doubt.
That creates doubt, my stock.
Offering mutual funds save you the tracking error.
Cap your investment and come to us. No score gains.
Believe us or call the capital.
They'll give it to your works. Bonds, borrows, commodities, discounts.
And my commission will flow and gain inflation?
Yep, of course. As long as we foreclose loss, that is. All right, one more time. Sign here. You want to make sure shorting securities won't return more than the margin.
No more transfers to the treasury.
We'll just be checking in on any rates of savings.
I want ratios from bankruptcy. Can you do that?
Oh, yes. We build the budget to make absolutely certain.
Every time a mortgage and annuity.
You earn what you keep. Am I right?
Sign here. All your funds are around.
We can big change without your bond.
Points fall now if you overdress.
Oh, I can't have that.
It to protect you, you know?
All in the papers. May I have my pen?
Good evening, Lieutenant Vane, Petty Officer Morris. Looking sharp. The long ride is industrious. Let's get started. Classification level 2. Hey, put that down! A toast. A drink, duty, and failure. Now, the events of yesterday's operation were successful. The area isn't clear, but we are here to discuss strategies for eliminating enemy threats. I intend to lead the 4th Battalion into the northern region. Our priority will be targeting armed soldiers and politically minded men. We start at the base camp and work our way up. Communications will be cut off from 0400 hours to completion. Your job is to get our boys in and out. Be on standby for recovery, you know?
What is the specific course of action?
Shoot them all! I don't give a flying fuck.
Sir, we agreed to low visibility targets.
So, leave the threat to blast what we have left? Let those fuckers rot in hell. You want to die looking at those dark, beady eyes caked in bloody fucking desert shit? Cowardice like this loses the war. God damn it.
No, sir.
Good then. You don't look twice. Don't look back. Enemy faces everywhere. You slept in the last week?
Sir.
Business where? No time for reflecting. How long's it been since you checked up? 2 marriages gone? Been at this a long ass time. Better us than them, right? Tell the truth. Tell the truth tomorrow. We must preserve an image. Make the people at home feel safe, you know?
Remember your duties, Commander. We all have a part to play.
I do, don't I? So do you. And you. Service isn't for the weak. Better us than them. They owe you nothing, you know?
We do the work to go home.
Hey, can't let loose, motherfucker! Huh? What's the problem? Do I scare you?
No, sir.
Can't dance?
I have duties in tech, sir. Report.
I look like them to you.
What?
You ever wondered? Looked at me and pointed to shoot before realizing you almost killed your own?
No, sir.
You see the lines in my face? The bridge of my nose, carved chin, dark hair, thick brows.
Handsome face, sir. Excuse me.
I killed them all! Fucking evil doubles. Bang! 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 Can't go home with this face. Bang! Like father, like son, the family knows. A blasted bastard like my brothers. Spare me! What? Killed him. You killed my friends! It was my duty. I hate you. I hate you! Do your part for the whole. I kill you every day. That's not me. You're a fraud. I ID the target. Within range. Point! blank.
She was a citizen, legally on paper and all that.
Just an image, like on a sticker or a stamp.
Not a model civilian.
Being a good citizen seemed to further a certain agenda, assume a basic support. She was conflicted about participation.
She planned many escapes so no one could find her when the state went sour.
She wouldn't be poached for her uterus or locked up for looking like an other.
She accepted other and played the part. No picket fence, no neighborly barbecues.
Cold stew and cold water, that's all. Patriotic holidays only emphasized her discomfort with the split but nationalistic mess of a country.
The people with patriotic points of pride made such a fuss.
The full facade was impossible.
She planned escape in case of being found out or falsely accused. Wouldn't pretend.
It made them nervous when she prayed.
Oh,
Jesus!
Please, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Amen. Bless you, bless me, she yelled on the plane.
They brought her a priest.
They didn't look scared, despite the bad guys in movies who looked like her. She didn't pledge allegiance either. Isn't there a separation between church and state?
Someone in the airport grins and whispers.
Terrorists?
She said,
Oh, stop it, they'll take me away!
After the Big Bang, she drove around with an American flag in her car window.
A big lie smeared across the glass.
half of the fingers in the country pointed at her and she drove away.
I'm with you, okay? Don't worry.
She smiled in solidarity and sped out.
Somewhere, the pan of water on the stove rose to a boil.
The evaporated water carried her away. Look at you. I'm looking at you. You look different. What are you? What? Where are you from?
Right over there. You've seen me.
No, I haven't. No, where are you from?
Really, right over there. Never been very far.
You look like them.
Who?
Them. Way over across over.
Not me.
Who let you in?
No one. I was born right over there with fresh blood, like I said.
You came from somewhere though, right? So just think back and back. Think about your history. You have other blood. People like you, they are yours. We're from elsewhere.
I've got blood around most places. Even you. I bet you have some over there, across there, over that way.
Not me.
Yes, you.
I'm from right here, right now, living like here and here I am.
But if I came from somewhere, you did too.
No, how silly. Your blood comes from the ground, and mine is here, and yours is there, obviously.
My blood has been here long enough to sink into the earth and dry into the crusty dust.
Clicking and flying red wherever you please, your blood paints over ground that isn't yours.
All of the ground over there and over here and way across there has been soaked through and dried and soaked. There's nothing untouched.
So don't smear it around.
So don't slash me and I won't bleed.
Out of my way then. Back over across here, over way over there.
I wasn't in your way here or there, but you spotted me and my blood as a hideous crime.
I didn't hit you, okay? Just my damn luck. You're mine and mine and mine.
But you own me, yeah?
It's just right there. It is mine. But yeah, I decided after I went way over
And
there.
let the trail of my blood all the way back.
Stupid drips.
You made a mess.
I want to clean it up. You're different. You're dirty. Your blood is fresh.
Not so stagnant and curdled congealed like you. You can't seep into the ground. Can't evaporate.
Stop looking at me. Stop it. Go. Go away. Far across, far
I'll
away.
squeeze you and drop you back wherever you came from, fresh and bloody new.
No.
You look like them.
My blood is all over. They look at me and cheer wherever I am.
All the chanting and cheering distracted you from here.
I'm here. It's
You
mine.
can cheer anywhere. Get out right here and go to them. They are waiting.
The whole world is waiting for me.
The whole world is waiting on you.
I have good circulation.
Maybe you'll bleed out quickly then.
You wouldn't do that. You look like a monster with blood like tar. You take that risk the way you stand out?
I don't answer to you, and I'm standing still in the same place, remember?
Don't belong here.
I can't hear you. All the chanting and cheering you did made me block out your white noise.
So I see you won't talk. I see you're not from here. Neighbors talk and answer, you know.
You're inflated. You're filled with pus. You look different and ugly like you might burst. You have no blood left. Your knees are infectious, thick and skin deep. Your place is dying from population control. Save yourself. Slash into bubble and cut out the new blood will wash over you. Your place will be new.
I'm not.
You not.
There's a hole in my head.
Oh, yeah, it's getting bigger.
Can you fix it?
No, there are very few treatments.
I know, but can't you fill it in or something?
Well, okay, but you're looking grand.
I don't feel
Just put the cream on like this, okay?
Oh, much better.
We could use saline or silver agenate or the wound vac.
It's feeling emptier and emptier.
Oh, let me get some gauze.
Oh, good, good, stuffy head.
Yes.
Am I doing well?
Yes. I'll get you a can. Now run home and squeeze your head in the door.
For how long?
All of the morning and all of the night.
I stretched it too far, didn't I?
I'll just close the boats and put it in some rice. I can't think of anything else.
So mindful, thank you.
Make sure you cook it for a while. Wouldn't want you to be too sharp.
Oh, do come in. Step right over here out of the damp air.
So wonderful to finally meet you. I hear you can spy a fake with your eyes closed. Well, no matter. This piece is truly authentic. You can swap it, take a scraping if you like.
Well, let's see. It is quite an interesting coin making. Where did it come from?
Well, this one was made in the exotic hills of somewhere else. A long time ago, my grandpapa gave it to my dad, and now my little brother and I share it. It holds our joint savings for retirement.
Now, see the boy figure on the bank? Tell us what he's doing here.
He is sitting down in his bare feet eating something from the dirt, and his eyes are very wide, and he has long, fat legs.
Look closely now. What else do you see?
I'm not sure. I can't see much of anything on there. It just holds our coins.
Ah, how relevant. This coin bank portrays a stereotypical image of bankers that was common during the Great Depression. All the bankers almost starved. However, many people, both savers and spenders, would pay a lot for this bank. This coin bank depicts the struggle of the fallen banker. It is part of the history in which bad people, like your family, oppressed other people by keeping their money at home. Do you know how much this is worth?
I don't. Is it worth more than the average banker?
Sadly for you, no. Trust me, that is a straight-up money hole. These items have been cast away so as not to embarrass the current bank modes. In the right hands, though, this can be sold to a saver for however much you got in there.
When you unveiled this, I was rather taken aback. It's a very unusual piece. Can you tell me about it?
It's a carved, painted wooden dragon costume from a Texas saloon that my wife's aunt picked up at a Halloween discount for, I think, about $50, and she gave it to us.
I see. And do you have any idea what possessed her to spend one secessionist cent on this fantastic piece of crap?
I guess it struck her fancy. The teeth say made in China, and the inside chafes my tongue. I tried the fangs one year and almost swallowed them. This is about as bad as it gets in my book, but they seem to sell well.
Did she ever bite anyone with it? Don't answer that. It might lower the selling point. I'm going to say that this is absolutely worthless. Will you do me a favor? Will you throw it away?
Certainly not. My wife will let me sell it. If it's worthless to you, I'll keep it.
So, dear, tell us what brought you here today.
Okay, so this lamp's been in my family for like 100 years. It was my grandmother's, and now it's my mother's. She's not in such good health and lives with me, and she uses it to read every night.
Oh, is that an eyesore?
Is it?
Yes, it is.
She can't see it very well on account of her reading.
Sore eyes either way, huh? Now, you'll notice that the shade here is made of stained glass, which is typical of the bad taste of the period. It gives the light a dull, achy quality. If you look at the base of the lamp, see this insignia? Do you know what that means?
No, I don't.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing we're not counting on you to appraise it. The insignia shows that this lamp is very French and very old. The market for very ugly lamps has skyrocketed over the past few years. Under ideal circumstances, a very ugly lamp like this would go for about $25,000. But you'll notice there's a crack right there. Something happened to the shade.
Yes, unfortunately, my mother tripped over the cord when he made the lamp fell. She broke her head.
Well, your mother's clumsy hit has cost you several $1,000s. Broken, ugly lamps reek of clumsy mothers. And any idea how much this would bring in at an auction in this condition?
No idea.
At auction, this lamp with the crack would still bring in about $15,000. With your mother, it could even go for $20,000.
Oh my!
So you have to be more careful with your mother from now on.
Well, here's this watch, for example. This is a watch like everybody's grandpa had in a drawer. Nice gold front and back. However, what's nice about this watch is it has a slide. And you might not notice the slide. But watch does that. No.
And it looks just like an ordinary watch.
Just like your everyday old gold drawer watch.
Well, what else can you tell me about this? This looks like a real wrist hair on the left shoe.
It's supposed to. The difference between silver and plate is that American plate is marked with the words sterling, and not sterling is marked EPNS, electroplated nickel silver. Sterling catches the hairs better.
Which is what all this does.
That's right.
The number on that, does that mean anything?
The number means nothing. You have the name of the maker and the wrist hair. Don't spend your money on cleaning that.
What does that mean?
This is worth about $1,200.
As opposed to, say, 12.
As opposed no. If it weren't silver, with no hair, this would be worth a couple hundred.
Now this looks like silver to me.
It is, but it's not the early Sheffield plate. And you can tell that because it has this little edge of poverty, we call it.
Oh, it's like a little ball rim that runs around.
Yes.
Should it be airy?
Sheffield plate is a sandwich. Silver, copper, silver. And to cover the copper, they rolled the silver over and it left this edge.
And how much is this worth as compared to being hairless?
If it were hairless, this would probably be maybe $100 or $200. In furry sterling, it's $15,000.
Not so bad at all.
Yes.
You're kidding.
No.
Is that good?
Yes.
There must have been a lot of ways I could have ended up with a poor kid like me.
I mean, they never meant to undo the landscape so drastically, but once you get started, it's hard to stop.
When I first met him, I said, I don't even like you that much. The bickering had just started, and no one was getting up.
At first, I sifted through the chest only twice a day, but the welt got shinier and I couldn't look away. She left for a little while, but we couldn't keep that up if we wanted to set our sights higher. At first, she came home with gilded watches and bowls, but one night, I looked in the chariot and I saw scrap metal and trash. I said, "What's this, fool's gold?" She said, "I can't help it, we'll melt it down to mid to new."
I started by building ponds. For a while, I liked to fish, and I mean, they stayed cold and out of my way so we didn't have problems. Then one day, a trout popped out and gasped at me, "It's too hot, dig deeper," so I did. The water looked shallower and shallower, and the fish got redder and redder. I couldn't stop, but the mud turned to concrete on my handles. I mean, I kept digging so as not to start any more questions from the fish.
He said, oh, a short kitchen bite might do us good, get the stove lit. And I said, okay, but don't touch me, my temperature is rising. You can touch the apron, though, that might put you on ice, but that didn't stop the chopping or the washing, and before I knew it, I had pricked him with a fork. He said, that's all right, sorry, I'll turn on the cooker, so I knew I had hit him with the wooden spoon.
There must have been a lot of configurations that feel better, like neat stacks of coins, and right now I can imagine stopping to count would give me satisfaction, but I must keep dropping them, must keep throwing money at the wheels to crack the whip. I called her to say we can't count now, but she came back, and she tried to stop me anyway by saying, "Oh, well, I put on the gold necklace I left here for so long, didn't you polish it?" I said, "Polish what? We don't clean." She said, let's go, we'll make it out as long as we are bathing in the safe when the sheriff's gang shows up. I know the state function down the road would attract all kinds of deep pockets, and I decided not to do anything reversible. Wouldn't want my change to be anything less than what I had started with. I emptied the contents of the purse, and nothing was in there, so I had to pace forward, and she said, "Butter your fingers so the gold doesn't stick." I said it already has, and I looked down, and my heavy palms shaking with coins and smiled, but I couldn't stop. The metal melted as I wicked it away, and she shrieked with delight, filling my hands over and over. These hot oils welled from the friction, but I was so rich in volume, shaking and shocking that we never really could stop. I'm moving and dripping because I want more and more. There must be some that's still left.
I mean, like driving through the dirt with my eyes open, right? I can breathe better in the earth than the water anyway. I said, is this a cold fish situation, or can I get you hooked? Because either way, the water is suffocating and almost gone. So we got the shovels from the neighbor's yard and went at things. No time to slow down. It was getting hotter and hotter, and eating steaks, isolated, but somehow we were sitting. I thought we were digging down, but the buildings kept rising up, and the concrete kept pouring and drying in big heaps. That's why I kept digging so dynamically. See, the higher the heaps rose, the hotter it got, with no regard to my skin or scales holding in all that pressure. I mean, even my head couldn't release the hot mud that could fill up my nostrils and my ears until it washed down the back of my mouth like sand being glass. The transfer heat was shocking, and I had to hold the handle to dig faster and keep up my arms like mechanics tore out all the leaves just to see them rot faster. I mean, like, pollination didn't work with the bugs zooming around with pads and powder. But the roots kept growing after death, although they never could quite reach back to earth. The fish line up in the asphalt now. They are never silent and never sleep.
And I said, shouldn't you be consoling me right now? It's my gaslight to be lit. Like, what the fuck? I know the individual actions don't reflect on me so well. Myself being the one who threw the first punch. But as I continued flailing and shouting, the water in the pot rose to a boil and the steam was yelling hot spits. My fever was rising, and neither of us can keep our voices down to equilibrium. We weren't evening out, just shouting louder and louder. I said, can I pull you close? And he said, absolutely. So we got incrementally closer. I couldn't find one quantity that was comfortable uncomfortable, so I fumbled with a button and it snapped off. He yelped and smacked my arm, so I bit his tooth and we were kissing faster and faster. The kitchen was hot and pressed around us so tight I had to move from the sink to the counter to the fridge, but when I opened it, hot bubbling oil seared me like a fry, so I yelled louder with vibrato. My black eye turned white hot instead of a slow cold, and his breath like steam made us both blind. We were moving too fast to turn off the kettle when it finally shrieked in pain, not being able to evaporate. The stove cracked and I think dinner burned. But we kept punching the gas meter because we weren't going to not explode after all that. He told me, come on, strike a fucking match, but here we are still waiting for the complete reaction.
In the last few days, we have encountered unprecedented breaks of monotony. Yesterday displayed several uncharacteristic events directly connected to an impulse. The impulse, which quickly spread through downtown, grew to full capacity in a matter of hours. Such speed contributes to the entropy of the universe, which in recent memory has only been declining. Old, endless, long, endless, length of the usual bore announces us to what expression long-term, the rot sets in, you don't even remember how it feels to be bored. Yet in recent segmentation of memory, it has been suggested that the effects of the whole are not greater than the effects of its parts. With the knowledge that the frame of experience is focused, limited, or condensed, you are more likely to endure the time with interest and inspection, just because, you know, it will end soon and you could miss one flash of your eyes closed, a flash that sends you reeling into multi-directional experiences of space and time. Today we experienced time in stretches and bursts. The day was over quickly and walked by slowly. The day never ended, but it ran to each stop. Tomorrow moves chronologically, but never when in reality. When I think every moment into existence, I find a multitude of fates sitting in parallel lines. They smile back at me. Then one leaps forward and takes me out. When I come back, even the old ones look new. After all, I'm stuck in here, day in and day out, like you, going round and round. It doesn't matter much what happened before.